Hey loves, thanks so much for tuning in, and today I wanted to do a get to know me, a little bit of a story time, and just tell you guys about how my 2016 was. I had a lot of good things and a lot of bad things. So I just want to give some of my New Year 2017 ideas and motivations, and not necessarily resolutions, but just some of my thoughts on the new year, and let you guys know what I've been going through in the past year, just to give you a little bit of an insight on what inspired me to make this current piece. Yes, I painted this. I hope you can see it. I know it has a little bit of a glare from the lighting. I haven't thought of a name for it yet, but I'm really inspired. It's a vision that I had in the shower a few weeks ago. I almost want to say like a month or two ago, just closing on 2016. It was a rough year, and I think a lot of people are saying that, but my truth is that it was truly one of the hardest years I've ever had in my whole life. And that's really hard to say because I had so many good things, like joining YouTube in 2016, which I had no idea that I was even going to do. So I just want to share a little bit of what's going on in my life and what inspired me to make this piece. Alright, so I hope you can relate, and if you can't, just maybe listen and be understanding. Please know that these are my thoughts, my opinions, and in no way, shape, or form am I trying to come against any race or political group or anything of that nature. This is just my thoughts on the closing year, and if you can relate, I hope that it inspires you and that it gives you some comfort and understanding and knowing that someone else was dealing with those things as well. So before I even get started, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and take this moment, subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with talks like this, DIYs, everything fabulous with Chanel Navassier. And I hope that you guys also are hitting that notification bell so that your YouTube subscription to my channel will stay active and you can be alerted as soon as I put something new up, which is going to be a little bit more regularly now. I've been slacking. You guys, I'm sorry. I have to get re-inspired, re-motivated to continue to do these videos and more DIYs so that I can, give you guys what you came here for. But I have to stay true to myself, so I'm working on getting more inspired by things that I'm around, things that I'm seeing, so that I can bring that creativity to you all. So if you look at the painting, what this resembles is a black woman, of course, right? You see her afro, her skin color. She's a pregnant black woman, but she's not your typical pregnant woman, okay? She's pregnant, but it's not with a baby. You don't see an embryo in her stomach. You see symbols, you see emojis. Those things represent what I feel like I was carrying in my womb in 2016. As you can see, you have a black man with his hand up and a police officer with a gun pointed at him, resemblance of a lot of the black men who died in 2016 due to police shootings. This affected me drastically. Every single time that you turn on news, and maybe not every single time, but most of 2016, as a black woman in America, it was depressing. I was afraid to turn on news, get on social media, just the hysteria and the terror that was created from seeing all these vivid images. Every time you turn on the TV, somebody else died. Hashtag Philandro, hashtag Mike. Like, so many hashtags. Black Lives Matter. And then women started dying. Sandra Bland and various other black women being killed by police for no reason. You shouldn't have to think like, if I don't turn the signal on, I might get pulled over, get put in jail, and then die. Because that's what happened to Sandra Bland. Now, we really don't know what truly happened, but those things entered my head as a black woman driving in America. Now I have this preconceived notion of, if I don't use my blinkers all the time, the cops are probably going to kill me. I shouldn't have to walk around like that, okay? I shouldn't have to be in fear because I do have nieces and nephews. And at the time when all of these black men were being killed, my nephew lived in Georgia with me. And he wanted to go back home to Minneapolis shortly after the killing of Philandro had happened in Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota, if you guys don't know. And I was terrified. I was petrified. I was so terrified for him. I begged him to stay here. But he ended up going back to Minnesota in the midst of the police, the ratings, all of the craziness that was going on with the Black Lives Matters, the freeways being shut down. He went back anyway. I lived in so much stress as a black woman in America in 2016. And although everyone is carrying on as if these things didn't happen and it's shush and it's quiet now, you know, everyone's focused on the Obamas leaving office, Donald Trump being in the office, which was another factor of stress. Those campaigns were so nasty and so vicious. Every single time you turned on the television, them two just going at it. That stress and everyone talking about it. I mean, for months, that political campaign was the most stressfulest time in America. And we went from crisis to crisis to crisis. From the hurricanes, okay, from Haiti being hit again, Florida, South Carolina had some natural disasters everywhere. Even in Georgia, we had a tornado touchdown here. And we've even had black men killed here in Georgia as well, okay? Let's not forget that these things have happened in the past year, all right? And it's not anything that hasn't already happened. It's just more light is being shined on it so that the awareness is now there. But it definitely created hysteria. It created a lot of stress, alright? In addition to that, I had other things going on. As you can see, I have a heartbreak in here. Now this is personal, but it's true. Earlier in 2016, I dealt with a breakup. And I wouldn't say it was one of the worst breakups. I would say it was one of the best breakups that I've ever had. Only for the reason that I learned so much from that relationship. I grew as an individual and I found my self-worth in my voice. And I spoke about what I wanted in a relationship, which is why I am so strongly in letting someone know now before I get in a relationship what you need to do in order to be with me. So that's why the heartbreak is in the womb as well, because I did deal with heartbreak. Although I feel so much more stronger and empowered by that relationship, I learned things and kind of like routines that I need to pick up with finances, with just a lot of things. When you get old enough that you grow from the relationship and you're not just hurt from it, that's true maturity. You know, just dealing with that, taking my time on getting back in the dating scene and going back with a new standard, which is why I chose to be celibate. If you guys didn't see my previous video called Why Am I Single, I discussed that in there. And I'll link that right here, so if you want to, you can watch that video as well. Next off, you see the skeleton skull, which people actually use for the death emoji. Now, I don't want y'all thinking I'm crazy or I wanted to die or anything like that. It's just a resemblance of all the death that I was seeing. Seeing someone being killed on the internet does something to you. Seeing and you just feel absolutely helpless, like what can I do? And I think that's where I was in a state of panic all the time, like how can I help? What can I do? You know, like just being super overly cautious. Like I just didn't find a lot of joy in 2016, okay? It was just a very depressing year. It was. And I also dealt with depression at the end of the year. Which had a lot to do with friendships, relationships, family, you know, I've never had to go through some of these things that I've ever went through. It's one of the hardest things to do when you think that people are for you and they're really not. I've lost so many so-called friends this year. If I thought that I was lonely before, I really found out how lonely I was at the end of the year when God was like, you know, no more. You have to cut these people off. You can't take these people with you. It was the most painful thing that I've done. And it wasn't just like one person. It was like da 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 da. But I had to be obedient because I feel like the time is now. The time is now to drop those bad friends, those bad relationships, and even if they be family members, you have to get toxic people out of your life to be able to go to the next level. It's also a resemblance of your self-esteem. So if you're continually being around people who don't serve you any purpose, it's going to affect you. They always say the 4 or 5 or however many people that you hang around with, the most closest people that you hang around with, you will eventually turn out just like those people. Your money, your relationships, all of that will be cultivated by who you associate with. Okay? And I had to look at some things and say, you know what? I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it with these fake friends, it was the most painfulest thing that I've ever done. I've never been a rude person. I've never been mean and malicious or had to not walk into a room and speak to certain people. But you can't just keep speaking to people and they talk crap about you. I cannot be at my highest level of self-esteem when I'm constantly around people who truly are not for me. And God showed me in 2016 so many people who were not for me. And here I am trying to go out in the world and go make new friends and nothing was sticking. You know how you throw something at the wall like a wet paper towel or something and you expect it to stick or just anything sticky and it just falls right off and you're like, nothing's sticking. Here's a new relationship, throw it at the wall. Oh, that's not working. Here's someone who I thought was my friend. Let me throw this at the wall. Oh, that's not sticking. Like just consistently throwing, you know, sticky stuff at the wall and nothing was sticking for me. No relationships were sticking for me. And so what that did was help me to realize that I needed to continuously work on my relationship with Christ, which is what I did. And which is what I continuously do. And the closer that I grew to Christ, the not really further I grew away from people, but my standards raised drastically. I wasn't going to let just anyone come into my life and just treat me any kind of way. I don't care who you are. I have standards. My needs have to be met in order for me to be in that relationship, no matter what. And I'm not being selfish, but sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. How can I serve you when you're not serving me? Relationships are give and take, okay? If someone is just taking, and you're just giving, that's a one-dimensional relationship. Your relationship should be liquid, continuously flowing, continuously manifesting. If it's not, you're definitely in the wrong relationship. You can read people's energy. And I'm very spiritual, so I definitely read people's energy. The power of saying no. There's so much power in that, and sticking up for what you believe in and being firm on what you believe. Stop being a joke to people and get serious and just let folks know that it's not no game over here, so don't come over here unless you really want to know what's going on. I'm not playing no games. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I don't know how long I have on this earth. And that's what I got around to at my age. I was like, listen, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I have a prophecy to fulfill and a purpose to fulfill. If I can't do that with you in my life, then you have to go. You have to go. Days are being shorter and shorter, and we have to work faster on fulfilling our purpose and our destinies, which is why I'm sitting here right now. I just felt like I just really needed to get this out. I did not want to record this at all. It's deep, it's personal, it's intimate, but I felt the Spirit of God telling me the time is now. And I've been holding off because I'm like, I really don't want to do any motivational videos or any get to know me or inspirational videos, because you have to be very vulnerable when you put out all of these things. But at the same pace, I have to be obedient to the Spirit of God, which resides in me, that tells me to do something. And at the end of the day, this is not even about me. It's not. It's about putting this energy out here and helping somebody else who might be going through the same thing. I had no idea I was actually even going to be on YouTube, you guys. Like, that was never a dream of mine. I wasn't like, oh my God, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm like, what? I'm on YouTube? Like, still to this day, it's weird for me. But I recorded me making this tufted headboard, which you can check the link right here out and see how I made that if you'd like. And I put it up and it stuck, and people start subscribing and watching, and I just kept creating stuff, and I just felt like, oh my God, this is the right thing to do. So I stuck with it, and wow, like the subscribers grew and I had joy in it. And to be honest, like, that joy isn't really there anymore. And it could be from where I'm at in my life, and at this place, I'm not really inspired by too much decor. I feel like where I'm at right now, I need to be true to myself, and I feel like I need to put out more energy on speaking to people. This is truly a gift that I believe God has given me so that I can help people. And instead of sitting here and doing DIYs, I need to pull up this camera and like record some videos and keep it real with y'all, be open and vulnerable, and put that positive energy back out there. But I've gotten completely off topic. I've had to pull so much stuff out of myself this year and just like evolve in the most drastic way. I've never been like kind of harsh and like very direct, like, no, I don't like that with people, but I've had to be like that this year. And I can say it did take a little bit of my funny away, because I'm naturally very silly, very goofy, and I love to have a good time, and I'm so serious now. Sometimes I'm just like, this is not like who I am. Like, I'm really silly, like extremely silly, but I felt like I had to grow up. So with growing up, I felt like I had to put away a lot of childish things, and at the right place at the right time, like that funny, goofy, silly stuff can come out. But there's a time for everything. There's a time to be an adult. There's a time to be silly and goofy. But like, growing up truly causes you to mature even more. Alright? Can I just say really quick on a rant, I am so sick of negative people down in the comment section. That's another thing that I had to go through in 2016. The YouTube comments are some of the most nastiest comments I have ever read in my whole entire life. That was a huge transition for me. I shut down on YouTube at the end of the year when I was getting so much hate. So much hate. And I'm like, bruh, I'm over here making DIYs from the Dollar Tree. Like, it ain't that simple, but people will find anything to hate on you about. Like, I had people saying that I look like a man. Somebody called me an effing black chick. Somebody trying to correct my grammar. Like, go. If you don't like the way I talk, please just unsubscribe. You don't have to say that. I have never in my life ever went on somebody's YouTube page and said, I don't like that. Now, that's not to say that I don't love all of the beautiful comments that people make. Some of you guys have the most positive spirits. You guys always uplift me. Tell me happy holidays, Merry Christmas, you know, God bless you. Oh my God, it lifts my day up every single time I read it. That's why if you don't unfortunately see me commenting anymore, it's because so many people have been very negative down in the comment section. It's scary to go down there. It sucks because I see so many YouTubers, you guys, who never are in their comments. I'm like, you think you that big of a deal that you can't come in the comment section and say thank you to me or something? But now that I'm on here, I get it. And YouTubers are just as human as anybody else. And 9 times out of 10, people who are making these really critical and disgusting and negative comments, you don't even have a picture on your profile or a real name. You're a coward and you're just hiding from people and being a cyber bully. So stop. This is what you get. This is all of me, and I just love me. And I'm working on that every day, you guys. Definitely get you some books so you can do some work on your mind, your mental capacity, your ambitions, your goals. I watch Tony Robbins every day, Les Brown, some great motivational speakers so that you can empower yourself to be the best you that you can possibly be. Okay? Because it's not easy out here, and you have to always have a reminder that you are enough. You're enough just the way that you are. You don't have to, take away from it or anything. You are who you are. Love you. There's only one you. God bless and ordained you for a reason. And you have a purpose. Stop wasting time with people and things that don't even matter, because you have a purpose. Go figure it out. Try some things. Get out in this world. Live loud. Make some mistakes. You're going to. But if your core is genuine and authentic and you love God and you're just trying to make things better, you're going to make mistakes. But just get out there and try something. Okay? This day is all that there is. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. So cherish your life more than anything. Cherish you. And then you'll be able to cherish the people around you. Don't be ungrateful for the things that God has already given you. We ask for more and more and more. God has already given us so much more. But if you're not content, how can He continuously bless you with more? A man won't make you happy, ladies. If you're not already happy, he will not make you happy. I am on a soul search to be the most #1 fan of Chanel Navassier ever. Because if I'm my biggest fan, everybody else will be a fan as well. And even if you're not, haters are low-key fans anyway. Everyone's gonna love you when you love you. But I demand the respect from myself, and then I demand the respect from other people. So change if you need to. Say no if you need to. Because I definitely have said no to so many people in 2016. No more. I will cut you off like this. Not quality people, but people who are not forcing me to be the best Chanel that I can be. If I leave from a conversation from you feeling like, ugh, like just gross inside, like, dang, that was kind of messed up what they said, I can't hang with you. If you make me feel like you talk about everybody else, I'm definitely not an exception. If you're a gossiper about other people, you're going to be a gossiper about me as well. Definitely. So, what I do is I keep my mouth shut. I stay facts. I don't walk around talking about people. That is some of the most hurtful thing that you can do to someone. I've been bullied in my life. So I will not open up my mouth and say anything mean and malicious about anybody. And I wasn't always like that. Of course I used to talk about people. But the older that I got, I realized I cannot use my energy to talk about someone. Like, that's disgusting. That's gross. And your energy spews that. And the more you fuel that, the more that's going to come into you. I don't need anyone's acceptance. I don't need to be in anyone's clique or anyone's group. I'm an individual, and I'm pretty much a loner most of the time anyway. Sure, I might go into need of social company at times, but for the most part, like, I'm okay being alone. And in order for me to be as successful as I know I'm going to be, I cannot put myself in those spaces around individuals who do not push me or encourage me or keep it real with me even. I love hanging out with some of my girlfriends who are like, girl, what are you doing? That's not right. But constructive criticism. Not the type that are like, she thinks she all that. What's she over here doing? No. Completely different behaviors. I'm trying to build a strong relationship with my Father in heaven every single day. Every single day. Even if it's not all day, I'm trying to do something to be a better me so that I can get closer with God. So I'm drawn to people who are all about that self-improving lifestyle. Like, if you can come into my life and be like, here's what I have to offer, you know, and it's beneficial. Like, oh, you want to do that? Oh, I know some people. Okay. It's all about networking, honestly. And I have to have those sort of people around me. If you're just coming here to take, get back. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You will not be taking none of this from me. Okay? I hate it when other women try to beat up on each other. And they are bullies, nasty, and gossiping is some of the worst attributes that women have these days. It's disgusting. Ugh. And even if I don't know for a fact that you talked about me, what makes you think that my Father in heaven isn't going to put that energy in me to let me know that person is not for you? That your energies and your intuition do not lie. Okay? If you're like, I just don't know, I don't know about that individual, it's probably God and your intuition let you know, like, nah, we really don't rock with that individual like that. And you just need to understand and know that God has your back and you need to get those people out of your life. Okay? And I had no idea how many people were using up my space in order for me to welcome the right people in my life. Right? So in order for me to like throw those balls, those sticky balls at the wall and for them to stick, I had to make space for it. I didn't know that like so much was being used. I thought my capacity for people was like huge. That's another thing that I've learned. I don't have like, I'm not like big into cliques. So like I can only hold so many people in my group. I don't like huge amounts of people. I'm an introvert, extrovert. I can be super duper comfortable in outgoing situations, and I can be very shy and timid at times. It's a balance though. I know when to turn it up, when to crank it down, sit down, shut up, and go and do what you need to do. Handle business if I need to. And I'm learning, but I'm always open to learning. Never stop learning. Never stop fueling your fire. You know, so this contentment that I've been having with YouTube, yeah, it may be bad because you guys aren't seeing as much content as I'm used to putting out there, but that just means that I'm changing, which is good for me. So I have to do what is good for Chanel at the end of the day. You will see DIYs, but you are going to start seeing more motivational speeches as well. I feel like God is calling me to that. Okay? So 2016 was not the greatest year. But I hope that this video has helped someone out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I feel so much more better getting these things off of my chest. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that you love this piece that I created. It truly is one of the best things that I've ever painted. And I've painted some things, okay? I painted some things, you know? Like I painted the girl with the pearl earring and like sunsets and African sunsets and silhouettes. Y'all, I love to paint. When I do have that itch, I'm like, oh, I need to get this out, you know? But like, I can honestly say this is some of the best work that I've ever done. And it took so many layers for me to get to this final product, but I love this. This is one of my favorite pieces, and it's definitely going to go up in my home. If not, we'll see. It might turn into a series. You never know. So I might do more of these. I'm hoping 2017 will bring me love, closer to Christ, And the ring, like, I know it's big and the diamond and the rock is like huge and everything. I'm not saying that my ring has to be big. Like, that's just symbolic of like the marriage that I want. I want to be consecrated in Christ in my next relationship. And I want my next relationship to be my last relationship, because ain't nobody got time to be dating 50,000 men out here in the A, okay? I'm trying to be done, sealed, in somebody's boo and hopefully wife. No rush. I mean, it's a rush, but like, I'm just trying to do it the right way. I am doing it the right way. And removing things that were like addictive and bad behaviors in the beginning and letting people know off the front, here's what I need, okay? So those are the things that I'm praying for in 2017. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you have positive goals for yourself in 2017 as well. You know, don't just set a resolution and just give up on it within the first week, whether it be, you know, quit smoking or stop eating out or exercising, working on yourself. It's a day in, day out situation. Think about the reward more than you think about the taking away of it, right? So if you're smoking every day, you say, hey, I'm just gonna stop smoking. Like, just stop smoking as much if that works for you. Some people can just quit addictions really fast, and some people just need to be weaned off of them. Find out who you are, what works best for you, and go for it. It's not easy. Working on yourself, becoming a better person, loving on you, but trust me, it's so worth it, okay? You're gonna love the person you become after you go through that. Do you want to be the same person you were last year? Absolutely not. I know that my transformation has just began. Alright? I know that God has so much more in store for me, and it's going to take me to be obedient, and it's going to take me to change some things about myself in order for me to have those blessings. Because I can't carry bad behaviors into a wanting of new desires. In order to get something different, you have to do something different. Okay? So I hope that this video has inspired you. Do not give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on love. I'm 33. I've never been married. I don't have any children. Am I like gonna just rush and just go be with anyone? No. But I am patient with myself. Therefore, I'm patient when it comes to God showing me the individual that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And as far as career, finances, go follow your dreams. Go be great. Figure out what you like. Just try some stuff. Do social experiences. Go out into the world. Go to a museum. Go to a park. Go to anywhere, a mountain, anything you want to do. Make it possible in 2017. Shoot for the sky. Sky is truly the limit. Okay? And it's not even a limit. It's boundless and limitless. Right? So shoot for the stars. Don't give up. I believe in you. I'm praying for you guys. True, I may not be down in the comments all like that anymore. And I will like quite a bit of people's comments. That's my new thing. Like. So if you see me liking stuff and you guys can't see who likes your stuff, it's probably me. I cannot comment on everything now, and I do apologize. I'm so sorry. As I explained, I just can't be in the comments like that. I don't want to be hurt. It hurt me so bad when I used to read those things. And for my own safety, just keep the positivity coming, the good energy coming. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for following me on this journey. We're at 23,000 subscribers already in the beginning of January 2017. Thank you guys for an amazing year. I know that this channel is going to be blessed, and I know that you guys are going to stay with me, and I hope that you tell your family and friends about this video and hopefully about my DIYs as well. Share, show people, subscribe, and you know, I'm definitely going to look out for my non-bridal subscribers on a giveaway. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much for watching. May God protect and watch over all of you, and may you go out into this world and do something great. And also, I want to say, if you have not been on a vacation in 2016, make that a priority to go somewhere in 2017. Even if it's the next state over, go have some me time. Take some time off. I know it might be hard for certain people. Take some time off. Get rehabilitated. Go to therapy if you need to. Refuel, recharge, so that you can be the best you in this world. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful 2017. Until next time, I'll see you all later.